Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. A couple of weeks ago I got my iPad Pro and Apple Pencil and I uploaded an unboxing, so if you haven't seen that I'll link it up in the cards. Anyway, today I'm going to be showing you what's on my iPad. I am very excited for this video. I'm pre-filming this video because I just really want to show you guys what is on my iPad. Anyway, if you like my content and want to see more, don't forget to subscribe. I post heaps of lifestyle and nursing related content as I am a first year nursing student in Australia. With that being said, let's get on with the video. So as you can see, when you open up my iPad, you just have a collage there, and then we open it up. We have another collage. Starting across the top, we have pretty simple apps. So we have a clock, calendar, which I do use pretty consistently. My Google Calendar is where I do my daily planning, but we'll get to that later. Gmail, obviously, for my emails, for YouTube. Photos, where I keep my desktops and journaling and that sort of stuff. Camera, settings, app store, Canva. Canva is where I make my desktops and I make my thumbnails and titles and all that jazz in there. Then we have Outlook, which has all of my emails just in one, so like my Gmail, iCloud, school email, everything is in there. My Google Calendar is where I plan out my actual calendar and actual schedule. If you want video on how I do that, I can give that to you. Then I have Word, and I use Word pretty much just to take notes on my iPad. I like to type them on my computer and they sync across. Google Drive, file sharing. Blackboard is my school's, like, I know people have Canvas, we use Blackboard. That's just where I have all my materials, my timetable and all that sort of stuff. Then we have entertainment. A huge selling point for getting the iPad was honestly so I could watch Netflix. And I know I have a computer, but you can't download Netflix on that. And we travel a lot, obviously not right now, but when we go away, I would have to watch Netflix on my phone because that's the only thing I could download it on. But now I have an iPad that I can download it on, and it's a really decent quality screen. Like, honestly, it's a very good quality screen, which I love. You girls really good. I'm watching that at the moment. So I have Stan, Netflix, Prime Video, YouTube, Apple TV, TV Time. I've talked about TV Time before. TV Time is just an app that you can track your TV shows on. So as you can see, that's what I'm currently watching. And then Google Home, which controls my Google Home. Then we have the Apple apps. I'm not even going to explain. These are kind of self-explanatory. These are the ones that I might use someday. I'm not going to use right now, but they're there anyway. I'm filming a whole, or part 2 to my top mindfulness and productivity apps that I filmed when I first started my channel. So like 6 months ago, longer than that, 8 months ago. When I first did my channel, I posted that video and that video did really well. So I'm posting a part 2, and they're kind of like apps I haven't talked about before, apps I downloaded specifically on the iPad, that sort of stuff. So we have PDF Expert, Numbers, Pages, Digital Editions, which is where I can import textbooks. I haven't really done that yet because I don't have any textbooks online that I can access through that. Keynote, Grammarly, Chrome, Adobe Fill and Sign, and Quizlet. Next, that's my education folder. Now we have creativity, which just has Procreate, Color Tone, and iFont. iFont is where I download fonts on DaFont on the internet, and then you can import them into iFont, and then they can become a font on GoodNotes. Then we have productivity. We have LastPass, CoStar. CoStar I have on my phone, and I wanted it on my iPad as well, but as you can see, I haven't really connected on it. It clearly hasn't been made for an iPad yet. A bit like Instagram. Tide, which is a meditation app, but I'll talk about that in the upcoming video. And then Forest, I've talked about Forest before, but it's basically just a planting tree app that controls your pomodoros and that sort of stuff. I will need to obviously sign in on here because it doesn't have my trees or anything saved. Down the bottom is where I'm going to spend a lot of my time because this is where we have all the apps. Sorry, my hair is looking really weird right now. All the apps that I use pretty much on a daily basis. So Spotify. Hi, Postman. Thanks for stopping by. I use Spotify a lot to listen to podcasts. My favorite podcasts right now are Thick and Thin, Acting My Age, and I recently started talking, it's not even on there. I recently started listening to Mood by Lauren Elizabeth, and I'm literally going to binge listen to her episode because they just are amazing. The Skinny Confidential episode was the first episode I listened to, and that was so good. Now we have Google. I have both Google and Chrome. I prefer to use Google, but I like Chrome as well because Chrome is kind of how it is on the computer, and you can get your bookmarks synced. So like when I do essay research and I like save a bunch of articles, I can get access to them on my iPad as well when I use Chrome. Pinterest. Everybody knows I love a good aesthetic Pinterest scroll. My Pinterest, I'll link it down below. Actually, it's always linked down below, but I love Pinterest. Like I take pride in my Pinterest. I make wallpapers with my sister. We actually have an account. It's called Design It For You. We make personalized wallpapers for people, which is quite fun. Notion. I don't shut up about this app. I use Notion all the time. It's my favorite app in the entire universe, and nobody can tell me otherwise. Files. Now I was watching somebody else's What's on My iPad, and that is honestly what sold me for keeping the Files app on my computer. If you set up iCloud Sync, your files on your computer can sync to your iPad, and I love that because when I can just easily download something on my computer and it'll sync on here, which was a major selling point. Once I saw that, I was like, that is amazing, I'm keeping that app. Then we have GoodNotes. Pretty much it should just come with the iPad because everybody downloads it anyway, but essentially I just have my 4 class folders. Personal just has a journal and brain dump. Then I have a notebook. Well, I don't have a notebook in there because I don't need lecture notes for that. Then we just have like any readings I do, I will import in here. And my favorite thing is the highlighting function on here because it corrects. So I'll just like highlight this even though it doesn't even matter. And you can just and you can adjust it, and it's just amazing. I love it. So that is a really good selling point. And then like any document like this that let's not do that. Any document that we need to like edit and that I need to like write on, I've got here and I can just write on it. So I love was also a selling point for getting the iPad. And I really don't regret getting the iPad. I spent a lot of time thinking about getting one and saving up for one that I sort of had thought of the reasons of why I got one. So I 110% don't regret getting it. Like I think, but the thing is, because it's such a big investment, you need to know that you're actually going to want it and you're not buying it just for the sake of buying one, honestly. And that was like, because I knew that I really was going to use it every single day, and I had multifaceted uses for it, or multi-uses for it, I knew that it was really worth the investment. The next we have is Noto. I just recently found this when I was like looking through productivity apps, but I really like this just simply to sort my to-do list. I know I have Notion, but I'm a sucker for a good productivity app, honestly. So I have this one, which it's really easy. You just create these little boards. I'm sorry, that made me dizzy. And you just make to-do lists like that. It's simple and it's just like that. I have my to-do list and to-buy list on here, which I just like how like aesthetic and cute it is, and it's really easy to sort through. And that is everything on my iPad. Also, this thing where you can see all your apps and you can leave them open and you can see them and easily swap them, that's also really cute. I also like that you can like split screen stuff, and then even here you can drag Spotify up. Can you? Am I just making that up? No. Anyway, I'm still experimenting with it, but other than that, I love the iPad and I love using it, and it's just so handy. Well, it's also handy just having a second screen. I remember when I was working down, back to like my first original nursing diaries when I didn't have a laptop, and it was getting fixed, that I had the desktop computer, and then I started working down there when I got my computer, and having the 2 screens was really good because I could take notes on one and watch the lecture on the other. So having this is really good. And also I actually like typing on here. I don't even think I need a keyboard for this. Who knows, updates to come on that. I don't think I will because I'm kind of using it as a tablet and not as a computer because I've already got one. But yeah, that was everything that I have on my iPad. I'm sure I will download many more apps if I need them. But yeah, if you like my content and want to see more, don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you guys probably with a vlog on the weekend, because I like on Friday, because I like uploading like a little sit down or little chat video on a Wednesday, and then Friday is where I upload my vlogs. So see you then, and stay tuned for the top 10 productivity and mindfulness apps, because I've been thinking about doing that video ever since I had the money to purchase the iPad, and I was going to do it anyway, and I just wanted to see if the apps were like could formulate and like were made for the iPad. Anyway, we'll see you guys with another vlog sometime.